sharing that a seminary has great opportunities for the advancement of the gospel. You know, this is exactly what Dr. Omar told me when I was riding shotgun in the van. What he said was, he said, my father was trained by a seminary professor from the States. Dr. Lacey, in fact, there's a seminary in Mexico named for that professor. He said, and because of that, my father, for the rest of his life, talked about how important training was, that pastors be trained. And he said, that's why we're doing this. We must train these pastors for the work of the gospel. And so to Omar and to this work that we are partnered with, the seminary and the churches, it's both. And both are just as important. And we're seeing that to be very effective in Chiapas. More questions? No questions about the chicken? I want to, oh, yes.
It's just a reminder that we saw about, 5 or 8 years ago, of going across with God. There was no way they could fix that building of that church. They had to build a bridge first. And it's just wonderful to see what God has done.
Yes, you're saying they used to have to go across this gully, and it just seemed not feasible. And now there's this new road that leads up to the church at Chinlo, and with step work, and it's very accessible. It's not necessarily handicap accessible, but it's way more accessible to these people. And the Lord has done an amazing work there, and you have been a part of it. And now, because you've been faithful, I get to come and experience and be a part of this. For that, I'm grateful. This is a missions church, mission-minded church, and with that, I share your heart, your passion. I want you to know that. I want to read this tonight. I was thinking about partnership. It was so much fun to meet Omar, just have conversations with him, and to be partnered with the Baptist Church in Guadalajara, doing work in Chiapas, Mexico, and partnerships are a big deal. And in our day and time, a lot of churches, not all, there's some that are all about partnerships, but a lot of churches are creating their own cultures and kingdoms, and they're working with whatever they may create, but not necessarily working with other churches as much because they can't control it. That's a new trend. Maybe not that new. But we're a church that over a long period of time has been about partnership work. And this is also, it's important abroad and away from here, and it's important here. Churches in our area, for the most part, operate on their own and don't relate that well to one another. And it's important that we partner locally also. Our associations all across our nation, our state, are down. It's because a lot of times it's because young pastors don't see the point in association work. They say, what does it do for me? That's not what partnership is about. It's not about what something does for me. It's about together we can do more. And I know I'm preaching to the choir because it's many of you in your generation that this mission mind set up partnership work. I want to just emphasize upon the scripture. I want to use this passage out of Ecclesiastes that you probably are familiar with. It says in Ecclesiastes 4, starting verse 9, 2 are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. This is what we have to witness. Good return for labor. People working together for the sake of the gospel. That's important. It's important here. It's important that we work with churches elsewhere. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them. Have you ever fallen down and no one was there? Literal or figurative, it's not good. Only on the ground. Nobody gets you up. Also, If two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Well, one may be overpowered. Two can defend themselves. The cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. There's four truths from this that I want to highlight and go into prayer requests. Talking about partnership. 2 are better than 1. Number 1, good return for labor. Together we can do more. Let's remember that. Keep that going. Because if we're going to be about the gospel, we want as many to be reached as possible. So much of the conversation on this trip was about investment for the sake of how many people can we get through investment to come to faith in Jesus. Return for labor. Number 2, help when there is trouble. Somebody falls down, somebody can pick another up. And for churches and for the sake of the gospel, churches can get in trouble, or financial trouble. They don't have enough resources, and they can fall down. They can have a pastor leave and need someone to help until they find a new pastor. There's a lot of different ways that we can try to support other churches here and elsewhere when the church is down. We must consider how we can help one another. Help when there's trouble. Number 3, we got a good return for labor. Help when there's trouble. Number 3, help withstand the weather. This picture too, keeping each other warm. In Old Testament times, on a journey, traveling, there wasn't often a hotel or an inn to stay in. They camped out. And on a journey, camping out, sometimes it's cold. Everybody just snuggles close together. And it's why you wouldn't want, in part, why you wouldn't want to travel alone. It's about comfort. We can lift the comfort of one another. That's something that's happening in these churches. That church used to not have a kitchen. But they were doing dinner on the grounds to feed the people who come from the mountains. Your partnership vows help provide a kitchen for those people to cook. Comfort. Good return for labor. Help when there's trouble. Help withstand the weather and comfort. And then number 4, greater strength. Defense. So one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. Strength in numbers. That last picture, there's a spiritual warfare. We know we have the victory. We got to stick together, strength in numbers. We may step in battle. We know God wins. We're on the right side. We stick together. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. All of a sudden it goes from talking 2 to 3, and what this means is the more the merrier. Let's work together with other churches, with other groups of people for the sake of the gospel. Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, I thank you for the effort that has gone on in First Baptist Plano for many years to work with others for the sake of the gospel. Set up churches, to train pastors, seminary. I thank you for faithful people that have gone before me, gone before us. And I pray that you continue to bless this work, that the gospel will continue to flourish, and that you show us how we continue to support. That's this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank God. We're going to take prayer requests. I understand if you need to go ahead and take off tonight. I've covered